The biggest thing you need to do is stop living in regret. I know you feel that. You see it and you hear about it day in and day out, bro. Like, I'm not making this up. We hear about the guy that's the millionaire, multi-millionaire, but then his wife goes and cheat with some guy that's broke. Let's just talk war, right? The art of war. They're going to attack your flank, your rear, the side that you're not focused on, your blind side, right? Meaning that you're so focused on this, your career. I got to progress. I got to do that. I got to do that. You're right here. So you're not going to see the attack coming right there. So little, so easy. If you just do a 90-degree pivot, you can see that, damn, I need to dress a little bit better. I need to be a little bit more adventurous. I feel like I'm being a little too boring. I'm doing the same thing every day. I need to do a little bit more. And it's a little thing because you already got all this together. You already got all this together. But this matters because you won't see it coming. Bro, you done heard it before, and I'm really not telling you nothing you don't know. Money can't buy you confidence. It's flat and simple. You've heard it before. You probably already know it and have experienced it. But let me tell you what I mean from my perspective. Money can't buy you confidence. You can be confident in the fact that you have money, but still be unconfident in yourself and who you are. You can be confident in the fact, just the same way, that you are in great shape, but you're not confident in the fact of being able to go up and talk to somebody and display who you are, right? So the big test of your confidence isn't being able to attain things, right? The biggest test of your confidence is who you are without these things, right? Who you are without the nice body, who you are without the hair, if that defines you, who you are without the money. That's what displays confidence so much more, right? And now it took me some time to learn this because let me tell you, when I was 21, 22, and had first got out of a relationship, losing my hair, but my money was great, right? Money great, like growing, right? I'm in real estate. If you guys aren't familiar, that's what I do, right? My main thing is real estate. But that being said, I've been doing that since 19 years old. So by the time I was 21, 22, I was already 2 years full-time in real estate, bro. So like life was good, right? Living in Scottsdale, Arizona. So that being said, me in that stage of my life, I still was very unconfident, right? Money was together, but I was unconfident because in my head, I had to reach another level of money to be able to get the real confidence that I wanted, is what I was telling myself, right? But that just wasn't the reality. Kind of like what I'm telling you guys. You could be saying the same thing. Wait till I get this much money, then they gonna be really messing with me. Wait until I get this car, then they gonna be really messing with me. Wait until they see me with this person, then they gonna be really messing with me. That's all just layers to mask the fact that you're not confident in who you are right now. Because your biggest test of confidence, again, it's not who you are when you have all the accolades, it's who you are without them. That's what shows who you are and what your real level of confidence is, my boy. So that being said, when it comes to women aren't the sole measure of confidence. But let me tell you why I'm going to focus on women in this video when it comes to confidence and measuring it. Because I was the guy and I've seen the guy who can tell you everything about real estate. They know everything about the markets. They know everything about when the next downturn might be. They can tell you everything about everything, right? They got a lot of money. They're financially stable. But when it comes to being able to properly convey and show that confidence and display it to the opposite sex, niggas go mute. Niggas is quiet. Their confidence doesn't show. It's like, where did it go? Right? Because you're not confident. You're confident in what you have. Two different things. You're not confident. You're confident in what you have and your abilities to be able to do and attain more, but you're not confident in who you are, which is two different things that I had to learn myself. And it took me losing some things to really learn it. And it also took me to grow through my personality to learn it more as well, right? To be able to learn the fact of, yeah, I got money and I'm able to talk to you about real estate, but who am I outside of that, right? Because you see it and you hear about it day in and day out, bro. Like, I'm not making this up. We hear about the guy that's the millionaire, multi-millionaire, but then his wife goes and cheat with some guy that's broke. His wife go and cheat with the guy that's broke, and they spending the millionaire money. We hear about these things, bro. So I'm not talking on my ass here, right? We hear about these things. We hear about the guy who goes and pays for $1,000 dinner on the first date, and he ain't getting no play. But he like, I got so much money, it really don't matter. I don't know about that one, my boy. I don't know about that one. She saw you as a lick. You know what I'm saying? She saw you as you about to go spend a stack on a first date. And maybe you're just a multimillionaire, so you like, I really don't care. But like for me, even thinking from a multimillionaire perspective, I'm not gonna do that. Like my perfect first date is a smoothie. I don't care how much money I get. Let me know who you are before I go and open up my wallet. That like to really go deep in my wallet. Let me get you a smoothie and some ice cream and take a walk. You know what I'm saying? If you okay with that, then we gonna be all right. Because after that, we gonna really have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Once I really get to know you and once the vibes where they supposed to be, genuine. That being said, though, a lot of us don't think like that. We think that the money is going to bring the woman, but the woman might be there, but she's not there for you. She's there for the money. And that's why men get in that situation. There's men out there that are socially awkward. Let's just call it what it is. They're socially awkward. These niggas can't hold a conversation. They're looking all around the room. They scared to make eye contact. But go ask them about their profession and their industry that they're working in. I guarantee they're at the top of it. They can be experts in their industry. But when it comes to go and talk just simply to the opposite sex, who ain't got nothing going for them, by the way, that's what I had to remind myself. I ain't gonna hold you up. When I first was single, bro, that's what helped me. I'm like, bro, I'm 22. I'm earning X amount of money per month. I'm living here, bro. What the? Yeah, my hair falling out, but nigga, I'm all right. I'm doing good. I'm in good shape. Like I'm doing, yeah, my hair falling out, but I'm doing okay. I'm good. I'm better than what I really thought until I realized and opened my eyes when I was dealing with some women. Like when I first got out, like they ain't had nothing going for them. Look really good, but I'm like, bro, why am I nervous to talk to her? Like, why am I like? Shorty's still in college. One of them, this shorty's work at damn Walmart. She's a cashier. Like, what? Like, why am I nervous? But again, part of that is like being able to find your worth, right? Because you can argue on one hand, like, bro, you're still reaching to your career to show your confidence. You're still reaching to your value, that the money that you're bringing in to display how confident you are, which is that real confidence, yes or no? To me, I'd say yes, because I'm just making awareness that I have these things. Now, people are aware that they have these things and they still can't talk and hold a conversation with the opposite sex or code approach the opposite sex. But let me tell you what to get you out of that. That sounds like you. What to get you out of this head space that you're in, like I call it head imprisonment, bro. Like you're literally trapped in a imprisonment in your mind because you only finding your worth based off of your business and based off your workout routine. But outside of your business and your workout routine, you don't know who you are. So really, you're in prison. It may seem like you're not. It's like a prison with golden shackles on, right? Like you're really in prison. And I know because that's who I was, bro. I was that for like a good, I say for real, like a good year. I had like a situation, like I said, like 6 months after I got a relationship, which if I was really unconfident, if I if I didn't want to become more confident, I should say, right, I would have got right into that relationship because she was already bad. You know what I'm saying? She looked really good, bro. Like, and she was graduating college that year. She had a whole plan mapped out or whatever, but she wanted a relationship and it just wasn't gonna happen. Shorty was bad though. But that said, if I was not confident or didn't care to gain confidence, I would have took that relationship because it was safe. But I understood in myself, like, yo, I just got out of one. I'm not about to rebound. And it would have been, yeah, she could have locked me down. But so that being said, I don't want to do this to myself. Why would I do this again? I just was in a long-term thing. Why would I want to do this again so soon? But again, the way I met her, it was by just getting out of my head, right? Because the biggest thing as a man to get rid of your non-confidence, bro, the biggest thing you need to do is stop living in regret. I know you feel that. The biggest thing you need to do is stop living in regret, bro. Stop living in regret. Because let me tell you what happens, especially if you're a man in your 20s, bro. You see so many beautiful women throughout a day-to-day basis, right? I mean, I think we all can agree to that. Like, women are God's gift. They really are. They're just because how they look. And that don't mean like who they are and internally means something. It means a lot more, right? But just based off visual appearances, us as men, you know what I'm saying? We on a 20-minute cycle. We see something we like, you know what I mean? So that being said, you always see something you like as a man. I'm not telling you to go around being thirsty and talk to everything you see, but if you see something you like, then why not go after it? You feel me? Like that's the same thing you're doing in your career. You seeing something that you want to attain, and your career is the means to attain it, or your career is the thing you want to attain itself. But it's the same thing with women. When you see something you like, you have to say something. Other than that, you're living in regret. You're like, damn, what if I would have said something? Like, what if I would have, or dang, I could have said this, or like, dang, I should have said this, or like, dang, I could have. bro. Once that you get tired of that, you ain't gonna have no choice but to start speaking up, bro. I swear, because that's what happened with me. I got tired of living with like, damn, I wonder like what she would have said if I would have said this, or like, dang, I wonder like if I was her type, or like, dang, I wonder. It's like now you don't have to wonder, you know. And that's what builds your confidence, because you think you know something, right? Especially if your confidence is low. You're like, maybe she don't like guys with no hair, right? Or maybe you short. Maybe she don't like short guys, right? Like whatever your insecurity is, you can't live through your insecurity, because when you live through your insecurity, that's the place people are meeting you, right? They're not meeting you where you're secure. They're not meeting you at the money. They're not meeting you at the body looking good. You know what I'm saying? They're not meeting you there, because you're not going to be operating from that place when it comes to talk to a woman. You're going to be operating out of insecurity. You're going to be looking at what you don't have versus focusing on what you do have. So yeah, if it helps you to focus on, man, I got a nice body, man, I got a lot of money. If it helps you to focus on that to get your confidence to start speaking to women, then do that. Like, do whatever you need to do to start displaying the confidence. You feel me? Not just saying you're confident, not just taking a picture with your shirt off, not just closing some deals, and I'm speaking from real estate perspective, not just being an expert in your market and just being a market analysis guy. Like, your personality forms so much outside of that. And get rid of the idea that once you do this, then this will happen, because it's not true. Once I get this amount of money, I'll get this kind of woman. Once I buy this kind of car, I'll get this kind of woman. Once I reach this level, then I'll attract this kind of It's just, it doesn't happen that way, bro. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Because when you get to that level, there's always going to be another level to reach. So if you're not simultaneously building this side, because this is the business over here, right? That's what people always tell me, especially my pops, right? Like you go always be good in business here, Tom. You'll always be good in business because that's just who you are as a person. That's who you've been since 19, nigga. You're gonna be good. But you got to start building this side. You got to start building D'Angelo. You got to start building your personality, because your personality isn't just working. Like, your personality isn't just involved in this. Your personality is what's gonna make her laugh. What's gonna make her, drip. You know what I'm saying? That's your personality, bro. What's gonna make her be obsessed with you? Women aren't going to be loving you so much because you're great at your career, bro. They know they're going to look at you like a piggy bank, my boy. We see it, like I said, all the time. Rich guys, great at their career, cannot keep their woman satisfied. For me, it's like I gotta do both sides, right? I can even see like I'll I just know myself, right? I've seen my past and I know what I'll be different at in my future, right? So like for me, yeah, get the woman that I want, but now it's like let's keep the energy playful, right? Don't be so serious. Don't be so like I gotta do this, I gotta. It's like, bro, that's not how you keep her. Like, you're not gonna keep your girl that way, because there's another nigga that ain't got no money, but he's just hella fun and he's hella funny and he's just a good time. And that's all these girls want, is a good time, bro. That's all they want. That's all these girls want, is a good time. And if you cannot provide them a good, you maybe you can provide the good time by giving them the money. But as I mentioned, yeah, you giving them money, they go out with their friends and they're gonna meet a guy who ain't got as much as you, but now she's spending money on him because he's just a good time. You want to be a good time, you want to be in shape, you want to be a complete man, bro. That's it. You want to be a complete, I ain't about to go into the left. You want to be a complete man. And we have to stop today's society, especially, and I was a part of it as a young man. We have to stop thinking that the only thing that makes a complete man is him having a certain amount of money, because it's not true. It's not true. Because what people want, if you got the certain amount of money, you got the career accolades, you got all that, and that's what you're leading with. You're telling them about the money you got, you're telling them about all the deals you closed and how long you've been in real estate and X, Y, and Z. I like, once you're leading with that, bro, that's what you're going to attract. Now they're attracted to you because of that. And it's like, yeah, because of that, right? And in your head, it's like, that's good because that's what I did. But no. They're not attracted to you. They're attracted to you because of everything you just said that you did and what they think that they can get from everything that you do, which is a complete difference from them just being attracted to you as a person, bro. It's a complete difference. It's night and day, my boy. You want to make sure that your girl, your woman is attracted to you, the individual. She's attracted to how fun you are. She's attracted to how charismatic you are. She's attracted to how much you compliment her, how funny your compliments are, how charming your compliments are. She's attracted to how adventurous you are, right? She's attracted to how confident you are. She's attracted to how much loyal you are to your craft and to your process. You get what I mean? So the money is probably somewhere in there. I'm not gonna hold you up. The money's somewhere, and it might be the first one. It might be. I'm not saying that it's not, depending on who the woman is. But what I'm saying is, yeah, that money might bring her in, But these other 6 things is what's going to keep her there. That's what's going to keep her loyal. That's what's going to keep her wanting you. That's what's going to keep her like, damn, I can't believe that's my guy. You feel me? You want to be like that kind of guy where it's like, yo, I got everything. I'm hitting on all cylinders. I'm hitting on my personality. I'm hitting on my career. I'm hitting on my confidence. I'm hitting everywhere. And you can get there. Don't believe in the idea like, no, I need to focus on until I get to a certain amount of levels. And I'm going to keep referencing real estate because I'm in real estate, right? I got to close this amount of deals before I get there. I got to build my process like this before I get there. It's not true, bro. It's not true. Get rid of it. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. If I can say it 20,000 more times, I will, because I know there's somebody out there just like me, maybe even the same age I was when I first started my journey, you know? And they think that only thing that matters is closing deals in real estate. It's not true. And in fact, like I just pointed out on the list, when it comes to developing who you are as a man, the closing deals on real estate is probably like 4 or 5, bro. And I'm just speaking on from an internal audit. You know, of course, you got to keep your lights on. You got to keep the fridge full, but you also want to make sure that you're developing yourself as a person before it's too late. You know, I really started developing myself when I was like 25, 24, when I officially like, all right, like I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see what I need to do. Okay. And I'm now to this day, there's certain influences and factors, especially your environment is a huge one, right? Like when I lived in Arizona, I was living in Scottsdale. I was like on East Shea and North Scottsdale Road, probably about 20 minutes from Old Town Scottsdale. Now where I'm at, I'm like, trust me, your environment fucking it matters, bro. Because I'm where I'm at right now, I'll never live again. I'll just say that, and I'll talk with you about it more in the future. But it matters to put yourself in the environment to be able to fully show your personality and fully be able to express your personality, right? It matters. It matters 1,000%. So make sure you focus on that, because that's what's going to build you into the man that you ultimately want to be, right? That you've been able to feed both dragons. You got to feed both wolves. You got the wolf over here. That's a lion in the business, right? You're a tiger. You're aggressive in business. You can't be a sheep over here. You can't be just a timid little sheep, little cow saying that I'm so strong over here that as long as I'm strong over here, I'll be okay over here. It's not true. It's not right. This is your flank. Make sure this is how you get attacked, right? It's like that's literally in a war. Let's just talk war, right? The art of war. They're going to attack your flank, your rear, the side that you're not focused on, your blind side, right? Meaning that you're so focused on this, your career. I got to progress. I got to do that. I got to do that. You're right here. So you're not going to see the attack coming right there. So little, so easy. If you just do a 90-degree pivot, you can see that, damn, I need to dress a little bit better. Damn, I need to be a little bit more confident in the way that I talk, in the way that I approach. I need to be a little bit more funny, a little bit more witty. I need to be a little bit more adventurous. I feel like I'm being a little too boring. I'm doing the same thing every day. I need to do a little bit more. And it's a little thing because you already got all this together. You already got all this together. But this matters because you won't see it coming because you're so focused on that. It's crazy to think about, but I feel like you get it. Until next time, as always, you boys know what to do. Get the stepping, get the stepping, get the stepping.
Like YOLO wanted to tell you, accept yourself. You don't have to prove shit to no one, accept yourself. And if you